Hi everyone, welcome to Camglish.com. I am Teacher Mela and let's study the book Small Group Discussion Topics for Korean Students by Chuck Martyr. This book is a modern approach to fluency in English. For today, we will answer some discussion questions in Unit 7, and it's about military heritage. But before that, let's proceed first to the usage clinic. Be long gone. Be long gone. By the time his parents came home, all the party guests were long gone. At will. At will. Don't feel that you have to stay and help clean up. You're free to leave at will. Don't feel that you have to stay and help clean up. You're free to leave at will. Be not unheard of. Be not unheard of. It's not unheard of for a small child of 3 to learn to play the piano. It is not unheard of for a small child of 3 to learn to play the piano. Alright, and now let's answer some discussion questions. Number 1. Considering the dangerous situation with the North, do you think Korea's military dictators were right to keep control of the government until 1992? Could Korea have been just as safe with a civilian government in power? Why or why not? I think military dictators were right to keep control of the government until 1992. It is for them to be safe. Number 2. Uniforms are a part of everyday life in Korea. We can see them in banks, department stores, schools, factories, even on taxi drivers. Is the wearing of uniforms a sign of Korea's own military past or left over from the 35 years of Japanese rule? I think so, that the wearing of uniforms is a sign of Korea's own military past or left over from the 35 years Japanese rule. Number 3. What's your personal opinion on the wearing of uniforms? Do you like to wear a uniform? Or do you prefer wearing regular clothes instead? Tell why you think so. What's your personal opinion on the wearing of uniforms? Do you like to wear a uniform or do you prefer wearing regular clothes instead? Yes, I like to wear uniforms. It is more comfortable and convenient for me. Number 4. What do you think of the special treatment that is given to a company executives? Things such as big expensive cars, luxurious offices, their own personal drivers who spend most of their time sitting around doing nothing? Which of the following statements do you agree with? I agree that it's complete nonsense and a waste of the company's money. Number 5. Would you like to see Korea's presidents or CEOs having meetings with others at a round table, where nobody is at the head of the table, or the same way they do it now, with the president seated separately from everybody else? Would you like to see Korea's presidents or CEOs having meetings with others at a round table, where nobody is at the head of the table, or the same way they do it now, with the president seated separately from everybody else? I think it would be better having meetings with others at a round table, where nobody is at the head of the table. Number 6. Which has had more influence on Korean society? its military past or Confucianism? Is there any difference between the military hierarchy and Confucianism, or are they just about the same thing? I think they are just the same thing. 7. What social freedoms exist today that did not exist during the dictatorships of the past? Do you remember Korea during the 1980s when Chun Do-won and Roh Tae-woo were in power? Or have you heard about it? What freedoms do Koreans enjoy today that they didn't have them back then? They have the freedom to go out whenever they want without having curfews, and they can enjoy their lives. Number 8. Besides the school uniforms that were worn in Korea until the 1980s, what other influences did the Japanese occupation have on Korea's lifestyle? Are there any remnants still left, or have all the Japanese influences been eliminated by now? I think there are still remnants like the military-style hierarchy. Number 9. People in Western countries wouldn't tolerate the degree of military involvement in their governments that most Asians seem willing to endure. What do you think explains the difference? Does it have anything to do with Asian religions, such as Confucianism, being based on people at the top telling everybody else what to do? For me, it really has to do with these Asian religions, such as Confucianism. Alright, that's the end of our lesson for today. I'm inviting you to enroll here at camglish.com. Again, this is Teacher Mela, and I hope to see you again in our next video. Goodbye!